Hello and welcome to this Gula bone rosary video. So this video was inspired by the new moon in Capricorn that we have coming up on the 18th. As you may or may not know, Capricorn is an earth sign that rules the skeletal system. And I kind of thought collectively, or maybe even on a personal level for you, we just needed something a little different this time around, maybe something a little bit more healing. Not saying that yoga is not healing, it's just that this particular practice is healing in a different way. So, as always, you are more than welcome to skip over the intro. There are timestamps below, and you can skip right into the healing practice itself. If you've never worked with a mala or this kind of practice itself, I do recommend maybe sticking around first time around just to see what this is about. And of course, there's plenty to learn about in the caption below. But yeah, let's get into it. Welcome. All right, so we are working with the bones. And the bones are the oldest memory keepers. They are the deep vaults where stories, fears, and lineage and power settle when they have nowhere else to go. If we think of Capricorn, and we think of Capricorn as the earth sign that it is, a very structural kind of sign, right? We can think of it as, like the ancestral archives of the body. It sort of provides that framework, and then it's sort of like the framework that we build our lives upon. Capricorn teaches us discipline and boundaries, integrity and truth, but it also asks us to clear anything that's been calcified within us that just no longer belongs. As always, I have my notes. So that said, the goddess who stepped forward with this moon is Gula. What's interesting to me always, and I don't know why I'm always so fascinated by this, but it's funny how it's just working. Like, I just sort of like put out, sometimes I'll put out little feelers with the goddesses, right? Like if you're part of my newsletter, you know that there's a goddess of the month that we work with. So she'll come, I'll usually say, hey, what goddess wants to come out with whatever month, right? Last month, or for January this month, it was Yuki Onna. And sometimes I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. And then I'll kind of do more research once I know who it is, right? Just to kind of draw the parallels. This time, it was like clear as day that it was going to be Gula. But all I knew was that Gula was healing. That's all I really knew. And that maybe she felt very similar to me as Gaia, but I didn't know if that was because her message was healing or if it was because she was an earth goddess, right? Well, yeah, here's why. She's an ancient Mesopotamian goddess, a healing physician of the earth herself. She governs the bones, the joints, the foundational architecture of the body. She knew how to mend what was broken, to reset what had slipped out of place, and how to restore right structure when life had bent under too much weight. Her energy pairs perfectly with Capricorn because they both speak to the language of earth, form, and alignment, and they know how to repair. So, like, when I was researching, it was just like, wow, I always say, if you came here from either TikTok or Instagram, you already know this story. But I always say they tap me on the shoulder. Like, that's how it feels. They like, hey. And then I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, I want to come in, or like, I want you to bring me in. I don't channel. It's just like, I kind of like, okay, come on in. That's why I'm calling it the sovereign sanctuary, because it's a sanctuary and it's the goddess's sanctuary. It's not mine. It's just, I created it for them. And then it's just like I'm the one who built it for them, for us, but it's theirs. And it's ours that we can share with them. And I just love that they come through, and they always come through so perfectly. And I'm just like, anyway. So she was just perfect. And of course she was. Anyway, they know how to, both Capricorn and Gula know how to strip out poison. They know how to rebuild the scaffolding of a life that's ready to stand taller. So today we are working with my version of the bone rosary. So again, if you came over here from Instagram or TikTok, you already know my story. I don't have an actual bone rosary. There is such a thing as a bone rosary. So you might want to look into getting one. If you don't have one, I'm working with a mala. All right. You can work with a rosary if you have one. You don't have to use anything at all. Okay. You can just simply set the intention. I'll explain more here soon. So I've said this. I've said this. Okay. I just said that. Your voice and your bones are enough. Before you begin, I want you to know exactly why we are saying what we're saying. So I'm going to grab I have my big book of prayers that I'm working on here. So we are going to start with an invocation to Gula, and we are going to start with our guru bead, which is usually the big bead. If you've never seen a mala or worked with a mala, it's a big bead here on the end. And then the mala bead usually has 108 beads, and then you start with the guru bead and you end with a guru bead. You always hold the beads with your thumb and your forefinger. I think the first finger is the ego, so you want to go with the middle finger, if I remember that correctly. That's the way it was explained to me. So then we were going to start with the invocation of Gula. We're going to say 3 statements, a total each set 36 times. So first statement will be 36 times, second statement 36 times, third statement 36 times. All right. So let's get into each statement, what they mean on both a personal level and a collective level. All right. So the first statement is strip away what is not mine. So the intention. So I want to just really stress the importance of intention. When we are just arbitrarily speaking words, it's just sort of like, I actually have it written here. It's like, have you ever heard spelling? It's spell work. It's you're spelling, you're basically putting a spell. Okay. Spells without intention are words without direction, right? It's noise. I'm sorry, words without direction are just noise. Words with intention become architecture. They have the power to rewire the emotional body, the energetic body, and the collective field we are a part of. So it's really important. I can't stress it enough. The intention. That is everything. The intention. Okay? On a personal level, this could be the removal of an ex's energy, emotional residue, childhood wounds, unhealthy attachments, empath overload, or psychic junk. Okay? Strip away what is not mine. Again, all of this is going to be in the caption below, so don't worry if you forget. On a collective level, the intention is generational trauma, inherited narratives, ambient fear, collective contamination, media distortion, and ancestral residue. Okay, so that is the intention. It removes all of those things, personal, collective level. Our second set of 36, what is false leaves now. So we are clearing deception, all right? The intention This one isn't personal or collective. This is just broad, more so. We're intending it to remove gaslighting, lies, illusions, manipulative leaders, abusive power structures, self-destruction, outdated identity patterns, neurotic loops, psychic illusions, and collective shadow deceptions. And then it just removes it on every level. So that's the intention with that one, okay? What is false leaves now? And that, again, is in the caption below. And then our third set of 36 is going to be like the closing. Sorry, my jaw keeps clicking and it's driving me nuts. It's like our closing section. And it's going to be return me to right alignment. So on a personal level, the intention is to nervous system reset, boundaries. It's going to help you with clarity, self-respect, embodiment, trauma integration, spiritual center, and emotional stability. And then on a collective level, structural repair, psychic grounding, moral centering, restraining, societal and restoring, who wrote this? Societal integrity, and then putting bones back where they belong. Restructuring, essentially, is what that means. So that's the intention with the third. So that's kind of like the it's not the closing per se, because I do have a closing blessing with the guru bead, okay? And again, that's going to close with Gula's blessing. But again, that's like, so we've said, first thing that we're doing is we're clearing stuff out. The second set is also clearing things out, but it's kind of clearing out, it's sort of removing like stuck, I guess, energies and like deception, I guess. That one was important to me because it's just, I think it's everywhere to a degree. It's almost like we can't, it's like you kind of run into it everywhere. It's in some way or another. It's like we kind of see it everywhere. And then the third one, it's like aligning ourselves with right action or right, I say right, but like, you want to, it's almost like it's like when you do any sort of clearing, you always want to ground afterwards. So it's my way of kind of grounding us into right alignment. Does that make sense? So that is the intention with the third set. And again, it's going to be a total of 36 each. It seems like a lot, and it kind of is, especially when you're saying it repeatedly. And I will be saying it over and over and over again, 36 times. After I say each one, I am going to take a pause, and I'm going to ding this. I hope it translates on here. Yeah, we'll see. If it doesn't, I apologize, but we're just going to pause. I have my little timer here, maybe just like a minute, I'm thinking, just to kind of like settle the energy before we dive into the next set. And then, of course, the final blessing. I will ding us again. I'll do the final blessing. We'll pause, and then I'll close us with the bells, so that you know. Coming back, let me see if there's anything here. So I think I've covered everything. We're moving through 3 phrases, each repeated 36 times, each with a personal and collective, well, aside from the second set, because your bones hold your story and the story of the world that you're living in. This works on an individual, ancestral, and collective level. We begin on the guru bead. We end on the guru bead. We're invoking Gula. She's going to kind of oversee this, work with our energetic field, our collective field. So I think I've covered it all. All right. That said, go ahead and grab your rosary, your mala, or if you're not working with either, that's okay. You can just simply find a comfortable seat or lying down if you're not using anything too. It's totally fine. I'm going to be seated upright, holding space for us. My soles of my feet are planted on the earth beneath me. If I'm forgetting anything, I apologize ahead of time, but I think I've covered it all. So let's just take a deep breath in together. Clear it out with a through the mouth, and then we'll get started. So starting with the guru bead. Gula, healer of bones, keeper of the sacred body. Step into this circle. Lay your hands upon what is fractured, forgotten, or false. Restore the memory of wholeness in our bones and guide us as we speak these words of truth. So now we move to our first bead and our first set of our spoken word. Strip away what is not mine. 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 And we'll take a deep breath in together. Sigh it out through the mouth. Just take a moment of silence. We'll now begin the second set. What is false leaves now. 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 We'll take a deep breath in. Sigh out through the mouth. And just take a moment of silence. And now for our third and final statement. Return me to right alignment. 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 Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. We're just going to take a moment of silence. So we are now going to do the closing blessing. If you would like to do the statements again, I recommend doing them again before coming back for the closing blessing. You can just do the timestamps since they're all down there in the caption below. Otherwise, just stay for the remainder of the video. Gula, witness of this work, seal what is true, release what is not, knit our bones back into our strength. May clarity guide us, may sovereignty protect us, and may truth walk with us. And so it is. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.